The Greater Seattle area, one of the fastest growing cities in the United States and home to nearly 4 million people. But Seattle's a little different. It's got something that many big cities don't have. You could travel for an hour in any direction and find something truly and completely amazing and unique. Western Washington is partially separated by the Puget Sound, which creates the Kitsap and Olympic Peninsula. These landmasses are connected by ferries and bridges.
So today we're headed over to the Kitsap and Olympic Peninsula on the western edge of Washington State. And the best way to get there, to cross the Puget Sound, is by ferry.
After a very scenic half-hour ride, you arrive at the small town of Kingston. Tower cranes and skyscrapers have been replaced by small shops and boutiques. Parking lots and traffic replaced by fishing boats and pleasure craft. The rows and rows of apartments and tract homes replaced by a few luxury homes and sprawling properties. Leaving the big city just a distant memory. A 20-minute drive north takes you to Hansville and Point No Point. Complete with its own lighthouse and wildlife reserve. Hawks and eagles are a common sight here. I only had permission to fly for 5 minutes, so I had to make the most of it. Let's take a 15-minute drive to Port Gamble.
Good morning, everybody. I'm here in beautiful Port Gamble, Washington, and welcome to Drone Venture Episode 8. This is a lovely little town, first started in the early to mid-1800s. This was mostly a logging and fishing town, and there was a large mill here all the way up until about the 80s. Now it's just a quaint little kind of quiet touristy town right here on the point of the Kitsap Peninsula. Enjoy this episode, and if you're in the area, stop by sometime. There's a lot of cool things to see.
This would be an excellent place to bring your wife, girlfriend, mother, or any other special lady in your life. The picket-lined streets and 19th century houses have mostly been converted over now to shops, antique stores, and boutiques. This quaint, historic little town is right on the corner of Highway 104, just before you go over the Hood Canal Bridge. From time to time, the peace of this little town is broken by the thunder of motorcycle clubs passing through. The shoreline restoration project is scheduled to be complete in 2018. Its wetlands will serve as a wildlife refuge. And this quaint little town it also serves as a place for folks looking to tie the knot the old-fashioned way. This little town is proud of its history. This general store has stood on this very location for more than 150 years. You can imagine old pioneers in here buying everything that they need for their daily lives. Now it's a place where tourists can buy knickknacks, souvenirs, and coffee. The second floor serves as a museum of curiosities. And the town park is a wonderful place to relax with just you and your sweetie. The outer lying areas of the town consist of sprawling farmlands and some luxury homes along the shoreline. The nearly mile-and-a-half long Hood Canal Bridge, the third largest floating bridge in the world, carries Highway 104 between Kitsap Peninsula and Olympic Peninsula. The once heavily forested hillside is slowly beginning to recover. This little town looks nice and peaceful. Its serenity and old-fashioned charm are nearly picture-perfect, but things weren't always this way.
Buena Vista Cemetery here was founded in 1858 and is the final resting place for many of the early settlers in this area. Many of them lost their lives very early in their lives in the hardships of pioneering, and also with skirmishes of the natives of this land. Gustav Engelbrecht was the first American soldier in this area to die in a skirmish with the natives. Thank you for joining me for Drone Venture Episode 8, Drone Venturing Washington here at lovely Port Gamble. It's been a lot of fun, and I really hope you enjoyed it. So please, give me the thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe, and get out and enjoy yourself every now and then. And until next time, have a good one.